compassion. For the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach us how to leave suffering, attain bliss and birth and death, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tận tình, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh, thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngỡ mùng, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đạc lạc, tất chân vô sanh. Homage of the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Namo Sananto Suchedo Ye Alahudi Sanyao Samputos Ye. Namo Tạc Đắc Tha Tô Già Đà Già Alahade Tam Miệu Tam Bộ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I've come to receive and maintain it within my sight and hearing, I'm about to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning. Wu shang sheng she wei miao fa bai chi wa chi nan shou yi. 我今天闻得受持，言解如来真实义。O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Venerable Six Patriarchs, Venerable Shenhua, Shami, all good and with no advisors, Amitofo. 诸佛菩萨、六祖、知父、上人、沙弥，各位善知识，弥陀佛。 Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa lục tổ, hòa thượng Thiên Hoa, thầy và quý thiện tri thức A Di Đà Phật. I'm here. Okay. Hello everyone. Today is the last weekend of April 2013. We gathered in Rosemead, California to continue the discussion of Vasha Sutra. We should be on slide 523. We still are using this TV here because we can't get the projector to work. All right. There's a question and answer regarding mark versus view. The question is, this section mentions view of self, of others, living beings, and a lifespan. Earlier, the sutra talks about a mark of a self, other living beings, and a lifespan. What is the difference? What is the difference? Cái phần này hỏi về cái kiến của cái ngã, tha, chúng sanh và thọ mạng. Lúc trước thì nói về cái tướng của chúng sanh, ngã của ngã thọ ngã tha, chúng sanh và thọ mạng. Thì cái khác biệt là cái gì? What is the difference? Before, the earlier sutra, the Buddha talked about you should be practicing so that you do away with the mark of a self, mark of others, mark of living beings, and a mark of a lifespan. This particular section, now the Buddha explains that you should do away the view of self, of others, living beings, and a lifespan. Why is that? The difference is that earlier At the beginning of the sutra, the Buddha was addressing, talking about the problems of ordinary living beings, ordinary people. Ordinary mortals are attached to marks. Thì phần trước của kinh á, thì Đức Phật giảng về cái tướng, là tại vì Ngài đang bàn về cái pháp để làm sao áp dụng cái pháp cho cái phàm phu. Phàm phu là chấp tướng. Okay? Ordinary people are so confused about marks. Cái người thường đó, phàm phu là thường bị cái tướng nó làm mê muội. Okay? For example, we are confused by the mark of being liked or disliked. Chẳng hạn như người phàm phu thì thường chấp vào cái tướng được thích hoặc là bị ghét. Okay? It bothers us deeply when we are not liked. We go to great lengths to make sure we are liked. When we're not liked, we feel bad. Okay? Why? Because that's how our parents conditioned us when we were young about Joseph's age. That's how we were conditioned. Okay? And so it's a start of confusion about marks. We are so attached to marks. Tại vì từ lúc nhỏ đó, cái người phàm phu chúng ta đó là bị chấp vào cái tướng. Cái tướng gì chẳng hạn như đa số chúng ta thích vào chấp vào cái tướng được thích hoặc là bị ghét. Ngay từ nhỏ chúng ta đã được dạy như vậy rồi. Okay. Thành ra cái người phàm phu vậy quá chấp tướng. After you cultivate, sau khi quý vị tu, then you have some wisdom. The process of cultivation will allow you to shed your attachments to marks. Cái quá trình tu hành đó, là tự động sẽ giúp quý vị diệt trừ những cái chấp trước về cái tướng. Okay? In other words, the more you cultivate, the fewer attachments you have to marks. Nói cách khác, quý vị càng tu thì sẽ càng bớt chấp tướng. Okay? To the point where when you begin to have some real wisdom that enables you to let go of the many marks of this existence. Okay? Quý vị tu đến cái độ, quý vị sẽ tới cái trình độ khá cao thì quý vị sẽ gạt bỏ những cái tướng, những cái chấp tướng về những của thế gian này. Okay? When you reach the area where the arhats, quý vị sẽ tới được cái vùng khu vực của những cái ngài A La Hán. They have some wisdom. The arhats are not as attached to marks as you are. Cái người A La Hán không bị chấp tướng nặng nề như chúng ta. Okay? However, the arhats still are attached to a view, to the views. Nhưng để cái người A La Hán đó vẫn còn chấp vào cái kiến. Yes.
What does that actually mean? Are you talking about views in the sense of opinions, or views in the sense of seeing things?
The views is the perception of external world. Kiến là cái gì? Kiến là cái gì? Cách quý vị nhìn vào cái thế giới bên ngoài đó. Okay? What are some examples of the views? Yes? Kim Điên, what's an example of view versus an example of mark? Quý vị cho ví dụ cái sự khác biệt giữa cái tướng với lại cái kiến được không? Kim Dien says her views is that she has the views of the Vietnamese woman. No? Is that what you mean?
No.
See, I have a hard time understanding her Vietnamese. We're gonna be, huh? Gorgeous blonde in a bright red Corvette. What is that? A mark or a view?
That's a mark.
Huh? Texas, to give example, which is more appropriate than Kim Dien's example. Something that people can understand right away. A blonde in a bright red Corvette. Okay? What is that? A mark or a view? Hả? Mark. Thì có ví dụ là một cái cô tóc vàng lái chiếc xe đỏ chét. Thế cái sự blonde into red Corvette, view or mark? No? Chứng bố tụng. Okay, translate.
How about this?
Chứng bố tụng. Thank you. Huh?
How about this? The offering of the tea to the master. The tea is the mark, and the offering is the view.
No, let's stick to the Corvette first. Okay, what is it? This is important. This is important. Okay, the Corvette. I mean, the blonde is. I mean.
You're confused.
Yeah. Now I'm confused. Which one is mark? Which one is view? Okay. Yes.
Blonde would be a mark, but something like blondes are stupid is a view. Or whatever the common stereotypes are, the views that you have, the generalizations.
Oh, this is getting worse. I'm not touching the 10-foot ball. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, you cannot bait me. I'm sorry. I'm not biting. I go as far as the blonde with a bright red Corvette, but yes.
Change the subject. How about this one? The waffles at lunch. The view, the crispy on the outside, soft in the center, as opposed to soggy waffles.
That's a view.
But the waffle is the mark.
Okay. It's very interesting, but I just want to stick to the blonde. I mean, yes? Tiếng ở Tùng mà. The blonde with red Corvette.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll stick with your blonde. How about the dumb blonde in the red Corvette?
The dumb blonde.
Is that a view?
The dumb is the view. The blonde in the Corvette is the mark.
Yeah.
I think it's misogyny, I think.
All right, the smart brunette in the red Corvette.
You think that it's misogyny? I believe some of them are just incorrigible. There's nothing wrong with dumb blonde and bright red Corvette. I mean, don't take it wrong, John. Okay. Cái đùa quý vị hỏi, quý vị, maybe you're in a good mood because we have such great pancakes. Okay.
View is waffles.
Waffles.
Your view is a dumb blonde.
That's a view. That's a wrong view, I guess. Okay. We have great waffles. Fantastic waffles. I think we should sell them during the
But I'll use a dumb blonde
exhibition.
as a sales aid.
No. Oh God, we should get out of here. I don't know how to get out of here. Okay, now I think what is a mark and what is a view? In the particular example, a blonde in bright red Corvette. It's a mark. What is a mark? Huh? Cô tóc vàng lái xe Corvette đỏ chét. Cái đó là cái tướng hay là kiến? Tướng. Okay. Kim Dien says it's mark. Okay. Hey, Amy, translate. Don't sleep. Jeez. Is that a mark or a view?
Which one?
Her falling asleep. It's all the waffles.
It's a mark.
It's a mark.
And don't say the blame goes to John.
The blame goes to John, that's a view or a mark. That's a view. It's clear, right? Is it clear now? Okay. The mark of my Chinese translator falling asleep, that's a mark. Okay? And if John says it's my fault, that's a view. Right?
It is.
So what is the difference? Define clearly. What is the difference in mark and view? Về tướng với kiến nó khác nhau chỗ nào? Yes.
Mark is objective and a view is subjective.
Mark is objective, a view is subjective. You buy that?
It's just what I was saying. I agree. That's what I was thinking too.
Discrimination.
Well, objective in that you can point out exactly, describe it, and it's something you're looking at. It's an object. You're objectifying something.
Yeah, like the blonde.
Yes, you're objectifying. That's exactly right.
Exactly what she said. I'm trying to clarify for Kim Dian's sake. Right? So you're objectifying the blonde. That's why John is laughing. The laughing is a...
Subjective, so that's the view.
It's a view. John finds it funny. I don't think it's that funny, but...
Now you're laughing.
You understand? John has some problems. That's why he thinks it's funny.
I rest my case.
What's the difference in the mark and... You're getting close. You're getting closer now. It's getting clearer, isn't it? Is it clear now? The mark is something that...
Is outside of yourself.
You observe. You observe. Okay? So, whatever you observe, you can see is a mark. Cái tướng là cái mình thấy được. Okay?
Right.
Whatever you observe. Okay? So, it's your senses, whatever your senses register. Bất cứ cái gì mà giác quan mình nó thâu vào gọi là cái tướng. So far, so good?
Yeah.
What is the view? The view is what? It's subjective. What does it mean by subjective? Cái tướng, cái kiến là nó cá nhân, nó thuộc về cá nhân, không phải ngoại vật. Excellent. That's how you react to what you brought in. For example, okay, you clean the floor of the house. The husband comes back and doesn't take off his shoes and walk to the house. What do you say? Don't bring garbage to my house. Right? That's a view. That's how we act to it. You see? View has implied in it your reaction or your... What's another word for reaction? Cái kiến là cái phản ứng của quý vị đối với cái sự kiện mà quý vị thâu thập vào. Okay? See, what happened is that going back to the previous example, the first example, the blonde in the red Corvette. Okay? What is that? It simply is marks. Okay? When we talk about blonde in red Corvette, it's simply marks. Cái cô gái tóc vàng, cô phụ nữ tóc vàng lái chiếc xe màu đỏ, okay, Corvette màu đỏ. Cái đó chỉ là cái tướng thôi. They're all marks. Until John starts making fun of it. Okay?
But that was an observation.
That's a view.
That's a view. Because he has a certain prejudices. He has certain judgment about that. He says, he added another word. I will not repeat here. That's a view, isn't it? It's a judgment.
Yeah.
Not only is there a reaction, those sort of reaction carry a judgment in it. That's a view.
But suppose it's true.
Which part is true? Which part is true? The blonde or the dumb blonde?
They're both, they can be both marks. And if you don't, they do something and prove it to you. Now,
You're right. You're right. You're right. He is using sophistry, but he's right. The dumb blonde can also be a mark, isn't it? Can a dumb blonde simply be a mark?
yes.
Thầy hỏi cái vị, cái cô gái tóc vàng mà ngơ ngốc, đần độn, tại vì cái xứ Mỹ họ có cái ấn tượng này, tóc vàng bao giờ còn hơi đần độn, không phải tóc đen như người Việt Nam mình không có bao giờ đần độn được hết, okay? I just explain in Vietnamese. See, the Europeans have this view that blondes are dumb. The Vietnamese idolizes the blondes. I just have that.
So which is the view and which is the mark?
The Vietnamese call it the blonde goddess. I mean,
That's a view.
Precisely. You see?
And until they date one, and then they
You're asking the children say blondes are goddesses. That's a Vietnamese view, right? Exactly what she said. She views things as a Vietnamese woman. That's why she sees blondes differently. Kim Deang is not touching this either. Okay, so the point here is that my question remains, if you say a dumb blonde, is it a mark or is it a view? Giờ thầy hỏi cái vị cho rõ ràng, nói cô gái tóc vàng ngu ngốc, đần độn, cái đó là kiến hay là tướng? It's a view. It's a view, right? Because it carries an opinion, a judgment, right? Right? Cô gái rồi tức là cái kiến. Can it be a mark? Có thể làm tướng được không? Can it be a mark? Can you say a dumb blonde a mark? Oh, gee. Lorraine are here. You guys better behave yourself. Okay? We've been talking about a blonde driving a red Corvette for the last half hour. And we can't come to the conclusion, is that a view or a mark? And now Lorraine is here. Maybe she can help us clarify it. Okay? Is it a view? A dumb blonde is a view or is it a mark? Okay, for your sake, a mark is something you observe. A mark that is red, something you can see. You can describe. It's called a mark. Whatever your description is, it's a mark. It carries a description. A view is what we just talked about. A view is what? Your reaction to it. Okay? The psychologists call it inference. The communications, when you go to take classes in communications, in the communications field, they call it inference, okay, which is a judgment. You place a value on what you observe. A mark is what you observe. This is a rose, okay? That's a mark. Something you see. Then you say, this is a ugly rose, okay? I don't mean it, so don't get offended. Okay, an ugly rose because it carries a reaction, a judgment. Okay, that is a view. A view is you place a value. You are reacting to it. The two different things. A mark is outside. View is your reaction to the outside. Is it clear? Yeah. That's what these communications people call inference. Be careful when you listen to people. You say, are you describing it or are you making an inference? Be careful about that. When confused people are always making inferences. Notice that. Okay? For example, I'm going to spare him for today. Okay? When you see people talk, Listen to them. Are they describing, meaning is it a mark, or are they making an inference, which is passing a judgment. Okay? All right. So the question is, a dumb blonde, and don't take it literally, okay? A dumb blonde, according to this gentleman, is an inference or a view, okay? We all agree on that, right? It's a view. Okay, I'm asking you, is that a mark? It isn't. Some people don't think it isn't. A dumb blonde is not a mark. John is now confused. He reminds me of the blonde in the Corvette.
That's an inference. How about this one? I observed the blonde driving a red Corvette the wrong way on a one-way street.
Yeah. So that's a dumb blonde?
Is this multiple guess?
As long as there's an absence of judgment, then it is a mark, isn't it? You understand that? The difference is that it's something that everyone can agree to. It's a mark, right? We agree this is a rose. It's pink. We agree with that, okay? It's obvious to everyone. But your inferences, your views can be different. Some of you like the rose, some of you think it's ugly, some of you can't care less, okay? Has different views, isn't it? Right? Is it clear? This is very important, okay? The marks is something that we all agree to, and we demand, okay? That's what the scientists want. They want marks. They think they're smart because they demand facts or marks, right? Would you call facts marks or not?
Yes.
No.
No? Why not?
Yesterday's opinion, today's fact, or today's fact is tomorrow's opinion.
What do you think?
We just confine it to the present.
What he really means is that he wants to go back to the blonde and the red Corvette.
Okay, it's too complicated. I think Texas point is right. Maybe it's too complicated. That's avoid it. Okay, let's stick back to the point that point of the lecture is that the mark is something that ordinary people are confused about. Okay, views is something that once you cultivate and you get rid of all your coarse marks, what remains is the next layer is actually called views. This is very precisely documented by the Buddha. Nói cái việc nói dông dài, nó tóm tắt là những việc nghe. Okay? Cái tướng với kia nó khác nhau thì nào? Cái tướng là quý vị, cái bên ngoài quý vị được quan sát được. Quan sát rồi một thời gian rồi, quý vị tu rồi thì sẽ từ từ sẽ gạt bỏ những cái chấp tướng đó. Sau cái vòng thứ nhì đó, cái tầng lớp thứ nhì đó, tiếp theo là cái tầng lớp của cái kiến. After the marks, you have to let go of your views. Okay? Your views are, okay, the values you place on the marks. Okay? Your judgments. You're placing values. Okay? Đó.
Thưa thầy, ví dụ như mình nói về một cái sự thật, ví dụ người đang cười đó, đang kia là một người gì, thưa thầy như vậy là mark hay là view?
Là sao? Ví dụ là sao?
Thầy ví dụ như mình diễn tả một cái sự thật, ví dụ như cái người đang cười đó kia là người đi, thì mình nói như vậy là view hay là mark?
He says, if you say, you see the person who's over there, is laughing, is a crazy man. Is it a mark or is it a view? It's a view. Somebody says it's a view. Mọi người nói là cái đó là cái kiến. John agrees. Yes? 3. Okay. Xian Jie also agrees it's a view. How about Texan? I mean text. It's a view. Okay, kiến. Yes? Do I hear 6? From Miss Korea. Okay, view. 7. Miss Vietnam. No, the other one. The quiet one. Huh? View, kiến hay là kiến? View, you agree, right? Miss Mexico. View, right? Huh? Yes? Mainland China. You know how international we are? Can you imagine? We may be small, but it's like international. Only one person per country. Yes? Miss China. Yeah. Viewer, 见或者像。见。在笑，对，是见，对不对？Miss Taiwan。见，对不对？ View, right? Miss Philippines.
How about both?
Both. Okay, you have both. Mama. So, Jian. Okay? We all have Jian. And now Travis says it's Mark. Tại sao là gọi là tướng? Why is it Mark? See, Travis is very tricky. He asked me a question, he has an answer already. He's just trying to trick me. Yeah, right. He says, in the word, according to him, it's a Mark because he has no judgment whatsoever. So I have 3 now. I have 3 cases. We have view and mark, and he has only marks. You can't make up your mind. International confusion.
So you have to prove that he's crazy. If it's you call it Mark.
Yeah, it's a view.
It's a view. John insists it's a view.
It's like me and the dumb blonde. The blonde is the mark until I made the judgment of dumb, and that made it a view. In this case, he said,
John, you're really tempting me. I'm trying to hold back my tongue. And okay, I'm going to ignore that comment. Is Travis wrong? Those of you who say it's a view, he's saying it's a mark. Is he wrong? He's the only one who says it's a mark.
He's making a judgment, or is maybe now I'm getting lost. Is the person for a fact that is crazy, or is the judgment that he is making of the person?
What he's saying is that you making a judgment, he's not. That's why Travis is laughing. He says, John is making a judgment. A crazy man laughing. Okay? And John said, oh, you're discriminating. You're making fun of a crazy man laughing. But no. Travis says, no. I'm just saying he's laughing because he's crazy and he's laughing. I'm not making a judgment. You're making a judgment. No. Listen carefully, text. Travis is saying, you're the one who's making a judgment. That's why you see it's a view.
he made the same judgment. He agreed.
He didn't agree. He says it's a mark. He changed his mind. Because after everyone gave the answer, he changed his position. It's perfectly okay.
No.
It's still free.
Because if it was truly a mark, label or discriminates a crazy, then it's a view. Even he agreed. Without discrimination, it's purely a man.
It's only your judgment. It's only your interpretation. He says, I have no interpretation. Yeah? He says, he's stating the facts.
Crazy man means the view, but you say...
You can tell, for example, I can't make the face of a crazy man because I'm on camera. But you can look at a person with a crazy face, you recognize it, right? No? You don't buy that? You can't recognize a crazy man? John can't recognize a crazy man. Yes?
There's not really an objective standard of crazy like that everybody's going to agree on. There's always a lot of gray area.
They're all against you, Travis. I'm sorry. I can't defend you. How would you defend yourself? You see, now everyone is ganging up on Travis. Poor Travis. Come on, Lorena, help him out. Huh? How are you going to help him? You say that maybe Travis was there for 5 minutes. He observed him for 5 minutes. And he behaved like a crazy man. And John comes along. He says, Travis, you're so discriminatory. Possible? If he claims that he has the facts. John disagrees. John says, it's your opinion, not the facts. But John does realize that Travis has been observing him for 5 minutes. You see? You buy that? Now John has to take. No,
So it is a fact.
If he describes, let's say Lorraine sit there and she says, I've been observing this man here behaving like that for 5 minutes, like a crazy man. Okay? He said he's describing the facts.
How can you describe the facts because it's something you made up? He's not describing. He's making something up to put on top of what you made. It's getting really stupid. You just said in this hypothetical case, you see a man who's laughing over there. Well, he's crazy. That's always how you start.
Text, be careful. You have a view that everyone who disagrees with you is stupid. Careful. Okay? Anyone who disagrees with you maybe has a mark of disagreeing with you, but they don't have to be stupid.
So I say he was stupid.
Yes, you did say it's stupid. You keep on making judgments like that. That's a view. Okay? So anyway, yeah, you have to be careful. You're making inferences. Okay? You're passing judgment.
I'm noticing what happened.
Yeah, that's called making inferences. Passing judgment. You see, you all are right, by the way. Okay? You all are right, except that as the definition is as long as there's an absence of judgment, an absence of making inference, then it's a mark. Is that clear? Nếu như mà quý vị diễn tả mà không có phán đoán thì cái đó là cái tướng. Cái kiến là cái gì có cái ý kiến ở trong, có đánh giá ở trong mới thành cái kiến. Is it clear? Yes?
How can there be an absence of judgment if you apply a concept like crazy, unless he's simply using the word as a sound and he really doesn't mean anything, he only lets the listener fill in the meaning?
Let's say the sixth patriarch says, that's a crazy man laughing. Do you think it's a view or a mark? Let's say an enlightened sage says, there's a crazy man laughing. Is it a view or a mark? Bây giờ tôi hỏi cái vị lại. Bây giờ Ngài Lục Tổ Nói cái gì rằng có một cái ông điên đang cười, thì cái đó là cái tướng hay là cái kiến? It's very important. People talk about marks and views and people fail to understand clearly. They can't describe to me clearly what it means. So we need to discuss it so that from different angles so that we all understand it clearly. Cái tướng với kiến nó quan trọng lắm. Cái quan niệm rất quan trọng, ít người hiểu rõ ràng lắm. Tại ngày hôm nay thì mình có dùng cơ hội này để mà giảng gì cho nó rõ ràng, bàn luận cho nó tường tận. Okay? Asking you now, an enlightened sage says, there's a crazy man laughing. Is it a view or is it a mark?
Mark.
It's a mark. Travis is going to disagree, but that's okay. We agree it's a mark. Right? Ai cũng đồng ý là cái tướng. Is there a view? Yeah, Travis says yeah. The rest of you says no. Yeah? Is there a view?
I mean, does the sage express a view, or is there a view at all? Like, for the
Question
listener?
is, do sages have a view? No?
Thầy đi khen xem nếu mà nói một sự thật thì without cái đâu còn without cái coi như absence của cái judgment thì nó trở thành là mark thầy.
Travis is just making up things. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you. Sages, people with wisdom have no view. Cái người mà có trí huệ đó không có kiến. That's why they call sages. Sages have no views at all. They don't judge us. Các ngài không có phán đoán cái gì. They don't say, it's a bad woman. He's so evil. Those are views. Those are judgments. And therefore, they're views. If you really have wisdom, you don't judge people. That is why, as long as you have judged, you're still judging others. You have no wisdom whatsoever. You still have views. Quý vị mà phán đoán người khác thì quý vị đang có cái kiến. Là quý vị không có trí huệ gì hết. You have no true wisdom. Questions? Is it clear now? Views and marks? Okay? Sages, they can talk about marks. Okay? But they have no attachment to marks. They can say, oh, that's a dumb blonde. They're not even laughing at all. Only John will be laughing. That's a dumb blonde. That's a judgment. Whereas the sage says in very, very, very straight face, that's a dumb blonde. John doesn't buy it.
I gotta bow down to that sage.
You can tell I'm not a sage because I can't help but giggle. You agree, Tex? Or now Tex is offended because he feels I'm
If it's from the stage, yeah, he's saying it because that's the way it is, not because he has an opinion.
He has no opinion whatsoever. Okay? What happened is this. Why they call sages? Tại sao gọi là sage? What's the difference between a sage and you? The sages are different from you in two aspects. Cái người có trí huệ, cái người thánh nhân á, với khác quý vị có hai cái phương diện. Có ra thì? Let me see how much money I have today. This is important. Okay. Sages and ordinary people are different in two aspects. Cái thánh nhân á, với người phàm phu nó khác nhau hai cái phương diện. What is it? Yes.
一个是分别，一个是执着。
一个分别，一个执着。Lucky I didn't have any money today. These Chinese are dangerous. Mấy người Tàu này nguy hiểm dễ sợ đấy. Okay. One is discrimination, and the other is attachment. Okay? Here's what happens. When you see something, what happens is that immediately you false think about it. You understand? False think meaning you think, you pass a judgment right away. Right? Like John says, a blonde, therefore she's dumb. To give you an example. Okay? What happened is that ordinary people, we place a judgment right away. It says, she doesn't deserve it. Okay? She win a lottery. They won the lottery. He doesn't deserve it. Okay? When we describe things, ordinary people, we place judgment on it immediately. Cái người phàm phu khi mô tả bất cứ cái gì là có cái phán đoán trong đó, tự động ngay lập tức. Okay? Is that clear? Yes.
Does that mean that when you just, the perception of a mark, there's no attachment there until you get to a view?
What happens is that what is called a distortion. Whenever we ordinary people talk, we distort the facts. We distort it naturally.
Are the distortions always on the level of our views, not the perceptions of marks?
Just lump it all together as a distortion. The image is not accurate. Because I will prove to you why there is distortion. Okay? Thì mỗi lần mà cái phàm phu mà mô tả cái gì là có một cái sự méo mó ở trong, thì thầy chứng minh cho quý vị thấy làm sao nó méo mó cho nào. What is the form of this distortion? Huh?
It's individual.
Wait. Think about it. How are you distorting the truth? How are you judging? Quý vị đang méo mó sự thật bằng cách nào? Have to be honest now. Look at yourself. How are you distorting it right now? Yes. Huh? Assuming. Okay. Close. False thinking. What else? Discriminating. Yes. You're distorting by saying you say like you're passing a judgment. I like it. I don't like it. No. The judgment here is very precise. It says, I like it, I don't like it. Isn't that true? Mình thấy rõ ra không? Mình chưa mình méo mó. Tại sao? Thường cái méo mó thông thường nhất là mình thích hoặc là mình ghét. If somebody says, that's a stupid comment, meaning I don't like it. You hear that? I don't hear stupid, I hear I don't like it. That's the distortion. And placing a judgment right away. Is it clear? Or, you are right. That means, I like it. You do it constantly, you don't even realize it. Quý vị làm như vậy cả ngày mà quý vị không để ý. Now Jeannie is worried. Gee, am I that bad? Yeah. We pass in judgment constantly in the form of I like it or dislike it. Agree, disagree? Please raise your hand and state the facts. Why do you disagree with me? If you look down, then you agree. Okay. You see that? Naturally, we have this judgment. We place a judgment right away. I like it, I don't like it. That's how we go through the day for us. Okay? Whereas the sages, they say, oh, that's a dumb blonde. Oh, that's a blonde. Oh, that's a smart blonde.
And then the other one goes, that doesn't exist.
Which one doesn't exist?
Smart blonde.
Oh, John. You're digging your hole.
Yeah. There's more women here today than men.
Doesn't matter. You can buy a wig.
Okay? So what happened is that, going back to the point, the difference between a sage person, a wise person, and a confused person is what? The sage do not color everything with liking or disliking. You notice that? You, especially the women, for example, get so emotional because they place like and dislike a lot more often than the men. Kim Dean says, oh, this is good. You notice that? Women are more afflicted because they say, I like it, I dislike it. That dislike and like are much stronger than the men. It's not funny. It's misery. Agree, disagree, the men? It's true. Text says, you see? The stronger your like and dislike, the more confused you are. It doesn't relate to you. For some men are pretty yin nature, so they are a lot more emotional than you are. You know, I'm not discriminating against girls versus men. I'm just saying I'm stating a general case where emotion, the more emotional you are, okay, then the more confused, the more colored your vision. You cannot see the facts clearly. Now Anna disagrees violently. Yes?
I was saying that it seems that it is a lot harder for us to become somehow wiser than men, probably.
Yes, much harder. You have to work harder. Yes, it's true.
You see that the majority of your group seems to be a woman. Probably they're more confused.
I am very grateful, by the way. I'm very grateful. I appreciate it more than I let out, okay? Okay, but the point here is that the emotions is what makes you so afflicted, because you place so much more important for you about the liking and disliking. Whereas men, you call them stupid because their range is a lot smaller than you. You see, the men are here. And the women say, did you see it? You see this? I said, no. And that's why you call men stupid. But actually, there are advantages to being limited.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay? You know too much. You know things that are not necessary. That's why it makes you so afflicted. Now Jeannie said, oh, there's some truth in it. Yes. That's the difference between afflictions. That's why women are generally more afflicted than men, because you see a lot more than men.
So we can be advisors.
No, I just said because you're more afflicted. You cannot be wiser. It's impossible. I mean,
Wait a minute.
So what happens when you meditate? When you meditate, then your reaction is, it shrinks. Then you see clearer. What happens when you meditate is that you go wider swings like this when you're able, when you want to, but you control it this much only. You don't allow to go very, very, very wild. So if you meditate, then your range can be smaller than men. You see this? The men who don't meditate are like this. You are like this. So who's wiser? See? It has nothing to do with sexes or the genders. It has to do with your skills. See? That's why I maintain that Buddhism is completely impartial. You see that? You see that? As long as, even if you started like this, a wider range, but if you control it, you go to lower, then you see much clearer than the next person. Okay? Questions about this? Disagreements? Đồng ý hay không đồng ý? Okay, so going back to the point. The first difference is that ordinary people, distort things because the distortion is by the liking and disliking. Why is that in distortion? Khi người thầy nhắc lại cái vấn đề chính là cái người phàm phu đó là hay méo mó sự thật. Cái méo mó sự thật bằng cách là thích hay là ghét. Khi mà để thêm chữ thích với ghét vào trong là cái sự thật nó bị méo mó đấy. Okay. Why? Tại sao gọi là méo mó? Why is it a distortion? Why is it? Why? Tại sao bị méo mó? You're coloring it with your liking and disliking. You're adding emotions to it. Inherently, there's a distortion right away when it's emotional. Một khi mà để tình cảm vào, tự động nó sẽ bị méo mó. For example, you like someone, therefore nothing she does is wrong. Sounds familiar? Huh? Your favorite girl, your favorite daughter, she can't do wrong, right? Because you like her so much. Okay? That's a distortion right away. Right? Your grandson, he can't do no wrong. That's a distortion. 你的外孙 Okay? That's a distortion. You agree? Okay? The other side of it is the sages. They do not distort because to them it's not about liking or disliking. Cái người mà thánh nhân đó, người có trí huệ, người ta không có cái sự méo mó tại vì người ta không chú trọng vào cái thích hay là cái ghét. They don't care about liking or disliking. It's not important. It's you for you. It's important for you to see I like or I dislike. Cái người phàm phu mới chú trọng cái thích và cái ghét. So far so good? You agree? All right. So what's the second? Second aspect of the sage is different from you is that it's something, what happened is that it's a total reflection. There's nothing added. The way they function is that you only get what you give them. It bounces straight back. They're done here. You are stuck here. It's just like a mirror. They mirror you. You look at yourself in the mirror. That's all you're doing. You want to see a stupid person, that's what you see. You want to see a wise person, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see an ungrateful person, that's what you're going to see. It's you who coloring. They don't do anything. It's called mirroring. Như cái kính nó phản chiếu vậy. Cái người thánh nhân người ta chỉ phản chiếu lại cái gì thôi. Quý vị muốn thấy cái gì tự động quý vị sẽ thấy cái đó thôi. Họ không thêm, họ không thêm bớt. They don't add anything. You're the one who adding.
Is that because of our delusional minds?
Yes. The world is the world you perceive is how you like it or dislike it. Yes.
You go so far as to say that they're not even attributing meaning to their words. It's really just us who are putting the meaning into it.
Yes? Questions? No other questions? Now John is bored and he's done with that the blonde example. Okay, this is why the sages are so hard to see, because they don't have any personalities. They are whoever you want them to be. Okay? They only mirror you. Họ chỉ phản ảnh lại cái tư tưởng mình. Okay? They don't need to be anything. It's you who want them to be something. That's why they have to be something. Okay? All right. Questions? Yes.
If I'm walking on the street with a sage, and the sage says, that's a dumb blonde, that's a mark, I agree with the sage. Does it become a view?
What becomes a view?
What I said, I agree with the sage.
Yeah, because you discriminate against dumb blondes.
No, but the sage just said he's a dumb blonde. I said, I agree.
What you don't realize when he says a dumb blonde, he's actually telling you thinking of her as a dumb blonde.
I didn't say anything. The sage said that's a
But he knows that you discriminate against blondes. That's why he said so. Remember the mirror thing? The sage says, that's a dumb blonde. Actually, he says, you thinking is a dumb blonde. And John says, so the sage is as discriminate, there's discriminators like I do. No, he says, you thinking that she's a dumb blonde. So that's what he says, that's a dumb blonde.
But the sage wasn't right.
Yeah, the sage is right, of course. You get it? Okay? They do things to help you see who you are. They help you see who you are. Give an example. There's a very wise meditation master, a Chan master. Cho quý vị một cái ví dụ, có một cái vị thiền sư rất là nổi tiếng. He says that if I see someone who very diligent, who's very good, who's very sincere, who's a very good person, who has real potential. Ngài nói rằng nếu tôi thấy một cái người mà thành tâm, có đạo đức, đứng đắn đàng hoàng, okay, có căn cơ, you know what I do? In private, I would scold. Thì Ngài nói là khi mà ở riêng với hai người với nhau thì tôi sẽ mắng nhiếc ông. I would be mean to him. Và tôi mắng nhiếc, tôi ngược đại nó. Okay? Whereas when I see a man, hoặc lại ngược lại khi tôi thấy một cái người who is insincere, người không thành tâm, who is use flattery language, tới nịnh bợ tôi, okay? Who's not virtuous, một cái người mà thiếu đạo đức. You know what I do? I praise them. I'm very nice to them. Thì nói tôi á, là khen tặng in front of everyone. And I would praise them. I would say nice words to them. Thì trước mặt mọi người tôi sẽ rất là lịch sự, tử tế, đàng hoàng với mọi người. Why? Tại sao? Why is that? Is this monk phony? Thì hỏi cái người mà sư này đó, có phải là giả dối không? You get the point? Yes. That's all. That's all there is. The person who's not virtuous, who's not honest, who likes flattery, what is he doing? He flatters her. Right? He flatters him. Cái người mà thiếu đạo đức, người mà thích nịnh hót thì ông chỉ nịnh hót với người ta thôi. He mirrors it. So far, so good. What about an honest person, a sincere person who really wants to make progress and become wiser? What does he do? He beats the crap out of him. Why? No, it's because that's what he wants, but he doesn't know it. You get it? Okay. Tại sao một cái người mà có thành tâm, có căn cơ, ông sư lại ông chửi, mắng nhiếc, đập đánh là tại sao? Tại vì cái người đó nó muốn như vậy đó, mà ông chưa biết thôi. Tâm doesn't like it. You see that? That's wisdom. You see what happens if you want to progress. This is an important example. Nếu như cái ví dụ nó quan trọng, nếu như cái việc thiệt sự muốn tiến bộ, you really want to progress, okay? You don't know how, do you? Right? You don't know how to be a better, to progress, because it's not something you know. Right? So he has to show him something he doesn't know. That's why he insults him and beats him up. Get it? Okay? Sages don't behave like we do. Thành ra cho quý vị thấy là cái người có trí huệ không có cái hành động như chúng ta đâu. You think you figure them out. You think you know everything about them. That's when you don't realize it's just only reacting to their views of your views of them. Okay, 524. Subhuti, the gods, the men, and the asuras of the world make offerings at any place where this sutra is found. You should know such a place is a stupa where everyone should respectfully bow, circumambulate, and scatter incense and flowers. Subhuti, 在在处处若有此经，一切世间天人二修罗所应供养，当至此处则为是塔，皆应恭敬作礼围绕，以出香花ở san chỉ trụ. Tu Bồ Đề, chỗ nào có kinh này, hết thảy thế gian, thiên nhân Atula đều nên cúng dường. Phải biết các chỗ này chính là tháp, nên phải cung kính làm lễ vi diệu dùng hương hoa mà rải. Okay, wherever there is a sutra, all the gods and the men and the asuras of the world, on slide 527. Bất cứ chỗ nào có cái kinh này thì tất cả cái thế gian này của thiên nhân và Atula. Okay, this represents the three good paths. These are good paths because they are still able to make offerings to this sutra. That's why it's a good path. They still have good opportunities to improve their lot. Có cái thiền đạo, thiên nhân Atula là ba thiền đạo. Tại sao? Cái thiền đạo có nghĩa là họ có cái thiền cơ hội, vẫn còn cơ hội tốt để mà cúng dường. Okay. And that is why they're still able to. But it also implies that the three evil paths of the animals, the hungry ghosts, and the hells, they should also make offerings too. But they can't. They have no means to make offerings too. Thì đều ám chỉ rằng ba cái ác đạo đó là súc sinh, ngạ quỷ và địa ngục đó. Những cái người ở đó cũng nên cúng dường, nhưng đều cái cơ hội rất ít hơn. Do you know that there's so many stories and images of animals bowing and praying to the Buddhas, statues and images? Quý vị biết không? Biết bao nhiêu cái hình, có những cái câu chuyện và cái hình video nữa cho thấy là những cái súc sanh đó, những súc sanh đó họ đang chấp tay Phật, đang lễ Phật. You know, if you talk about peacocks, we can talk about dogs, we can talk about mice, we can talk about cats, we can talk about chickens, we can talk about ducks. Okay, they are respectful and appreciate the triple jewel. All right. The gods and asuras represent the eightfold division. Cái thiên với lại Atula là tượng trưng cho 8 cái bát bộ. The world here refers to thế giới. From a Chinese, it's the Shi Jian, là cái thế gian. Shu means time, 30 years, one lifetime. Thế là 30 năm, là một đời, một kiếp. Jian is space. Gian là cái trung gian, tức là cái 10 cái phương đó. The 10 directions, east, west, north, south, the 4 intermediate directions, and then that's 8, and then it's below and above and below. That's the 10 directions. It's often referred to in the Buddhist sutras. That means all the space, nothing's excluded. Gian là 10 phương, là tất cả trong cái không gian nó đều bao gồm trong đó. Okay, what kinds of offerings can you make? Có cái cúng dường cái gì? There are 10 kinds of offerings in Buddhism. You want to make offerings, you can make any of these 10 kinds of offerings. Trong Phật Pháp có 10 cái loại cúng dường. Quý vị có thể dùng bất cứ một trong cái 10 cái này để cúng dường. Okay? For example, you can offer number 1, incense. Quý vị cúng dường cái hương. It symbolizes purity. Cái hương nó tượng trưng cho cái sự thanh tịnh. Do you know that the tusharias we have is fragrant, is incredibly fragrant. Chẳng hạn như quý vị biết cái xá lợi răng của chúng ta có đó, nó thơm, cái mùi thơm tuyệt vời. You know, I smell fragrances that we bought from Taiwan. Mình cái chùa mình xài những hương từ Đài Loan qua. They mix chemicals in there. Họ trộn chất hóa học ở trong. And therefore, you smell these incenses after a while, you have an allergic reaction to it. Quý vị mà ngửi cái hóa học này nhiều quá, lâu quá, thì tự động sẽ có cái phản ứng với nó. Okay? Because the incense, the fragrance is not pure. Cái hương, mùi hương nó không có nguyên chất, thành ra nó có từ nó rất là cảm ứng. I will tell you the fragrance from the Buddha, you never have an allergy against it. Cái hương mà của Phật đó, nó không có cái cảm ứng, có cái dị ứng hết. Okay? Because it's pure. Tại vì thanh tịnh. Okay? Flowers. Cái vì cúng hoa. Okay? In India, the custom is to scatter flowers. Okay? They scatter flowers on you. Rải cái hoa lên đầu quý vị. That's a form of offering. Don't get offended. Don't go like, okay? Đừng có phủi nó xuống. All right? In China, this is Chinese. That's how you offer incense in China. The Asians, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, they offer flowers like this. Okay? Bên người Trung Hoa đó thì để vào trong cái chầu. Okay? The flowers symbolize adornment, tượng trưng cho cái sự trang nghiêm. Okay? Adorn, because if this is a very important concept that you need to understand. Okay? Cho chú ý đấy. The flowers are pretty. They're pretty, and therefore they represent pure goodness. Cái hoa đẹp nó tượng trưng cho cái sự thanh lương, cái sự tốt, nó hoàn toàn tốt. Pure goodness is nothing evil about the Buddha. Okay? Đức Phật không có cái gì ác ở trong đó. Hoàn toàn không có ác. Okay? Conversely speaking, nó ngược lại. So, by the way, before I go there, that's why the Chinese, this is a Chinese secret. Especially the Chinese, and noticing more than Chinese than the Vietnamese, is that the Chinese, they like to offer flowers, especially girls like to offer flowers. Chinese women, you know, most Chinese temples, they have a Chinese woman who says, my job is every week I go and bring flowers to the temple and arrange all the flowers around the temple. Okay? Because if you offer flowers to the temple, to the triple jewel, in the future lives, you'll be so pretty, so beautiful, so handsome. Men too, by the way. So, for example, I noticed, for example, in the Spanish language TV stations, the men are so handsome. the anchor men, they're so handsome. I think they're more handsome than the anchor women. Agree? They're very handsome. They choose only handsome men. I look at them and say, oh my God, even the man who came here, remember that day? And he was even much more handsome than the lady, anchor lady. You agree? Yeah, you see, Anna knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, they choose only handsome men for some reason. I don't understand. But if you offer flowers, Laura Lena, okay, offer flowers, you go pick a flower, offer it. Okay? That seed there will help you become so pretty in the future lives. So pretty. People see you, oh. Yeah, that's true. This is what the Buddha said. I didn't make it up. Okay, this is Buddha said. He says. So that's one thing. Yeah, I need to remind you. Okay, so bring more flowers to the temple. Okay, I'm serious. Okay, it's worth it. Trust me. Okay. And the other side, the flip side, so one side is you should make offerings of flowers to the temple, to the triple jewel. Okay. The other side is what? If you are good inside, you are so irresistible. Now Ginny likes it. That's true beauty right there. True beauty is from inside that emanates outside. You become good. Man will find you irresistible. Do you know that? For example, you may be a very bad person, okay, but you are so good and kind to your husband, he finds you irresistible. See, I'm revealing all these secrets. This is why men find some women irresistible and not others. You know, they look at that a blonde in a red Corvette. But look at wife and oh, why? Because the wife is so good and so kind to the husband. And they find it so irresistible. That's what men finds. I don't know about women. I call it.
I don't know.
How about you women? Yeah? What do you think? You don't think like that, do you? No. No, it's true. I don't know how to convince you it's the case. Because for me personally, because when women are so nice to me, I find it so pretty. I'm serious. So pretty. The women are so nasty to me. I look at them. Serious. The face are distorted. They look nice physically, but when I look at them, when these mean people who have evil intentions towards me, I know right away. The face is distorted. There are two sides. One is a physical countenance, and the other is your invisible countenance. That reflects your mindset at that moment. So your thoughts, your kind thoughts, your good thoughts will shape your body, your face over time. Do you know that? Master Xuan Hoa, my master. Okay? Thành nói cái gì nghe? Kim Điền, are you okay? I need to go Vietnamese. Yeah. I forget. Because cái đẹp á, là người Á Đông mình biết cái sự quan trọng cúng hoa, thì cúng hoa là sau này mình sẽ đẹp với sự Trần Nguyên Nhân sau này rất là đẹp nghiêng nước đổ thành, nghiêng thành đổ nước. Something like that. Nghiêng thùng đổ nước. Ok. Cái đó là bên ngoài thôi. Ok. Còn cái bên trong á, là cái người á, mà có cái đẹp thiệt sự, nó phản ánh lại cái sự tốt, cái tâm mình nó tốt, tự động nó lộ cái đẹp ra. Tại cái đẹp không phải là cái đẹp không. Cái vì đừng quên là cái đẹp nó không phải cái nét, cái da thịt bên ngoài không. Cái đẹp nó còn cái phần tâm linh nữa. Cái người á, có nhiều người á, như thầy đối với thầy á, cái đẹp cái nét bên ngoài thầy thấy được, mà khi mà cái tâm người ta ác đối với thầy thấy cái mặt người ta méo ngay lập tức. Anh nhìn thầy biết ngay lập tức rồi. Ok, chạy không được, cái vị giấu không được. Okay, so it's your spiritual eye that can see the distortion in your. When a person is kind and good, you know, you look at that person with your spiritual eye. She is so irresistible, so pretty, so pleasant to look at. You can't help but like her. When a person who's jealous, who is petty, I'm not looking only at women only, okay? Okay? The face is ugly. Trust me. Yeah. You see, the physical face, you know, as you get older, the skin gets not as elastic, and you need more makeup, thicker foundation and stuff like that. But they cannot hide the part about the goodness in your heart. Thành nào nói cái vị biết á, là cái đẹp á, nó từ nó là một cái phản ảnh cái tâm tốt đẹp của mình. Thì cái tâm nó tốt nó đẹp, tự động cái nét nó cũng đẹp. Questions or comments? Now you know that my secrets about beauty. Beauty secrets from Buddhist beauty secrets. Trong tương lai mình sẽ biên sách những cái bí mật về cái nét đẹp của bên Phật giáo. Okay? Okay, so that's flowers. Đó là cái hoa. Lamps. Đăng, đèn, tân. Okay, ask the Chinese, why do you offer tân? 为什么你要布施灯? Why do you need to make offerings of lamps? Tại sao cúng đèn?
就是灯是个心里明亮，有智慧。
有智慧。Okay. When you turn on the light, then you see more clearly. That's why light represents clarity. Okay? Cái đèn nó đem lại ánh sáng nho cho quý vị thấy rõ hơn, thành nó tượng trưng cái sự sáng suốt, tức là có trí huệ. Clarity is another word for wisdom. Wise people are very clear in their mind, in the way they see things, the way they talk, and the way they describe things. Okay? With precision. Okay? That's why you offer lamps. Yes?
I've never seen anybody offering any lamps here. Would it be okay to help with candles?
Lamps include in the form of candles. It could be it could be in terms of a lamp. Okay? For example, you see a statue of the Buddha. The Asian immediately offer lamps. Okay? Chẳng như cái truyền thống người Á Đông muốn là thấy một cái tường đó, là tự động tới cúng cái đèn. So you're offering lamps to the Buddha through the statue. Okay? It could be a candle, could be a oil lamp, any kind of forms of light source is considered a lamp. Okay? Okay? So if you offer the lamps, then you're creating the seeds for you to open your wisdom down the road. Okay? Thành cái duyên mà quý vị khi mà cúng đèn như vậy là quý vị trồng cái nhân để sau này mở cái trí huệ trong tương lai. Necklaces. Okay? Necklaces, an lạc, yên lụa. Okay. 为什么要布施璎珞? 为什么? I'm asking a Chinese now. 璎珞. 为什么? 庄严. Yes. Adornment. Okay. What else? 珍 珍贵. You get it? 珍贵. Very good. 珍贵.
What does that mean?
It means precious, rare, and precious. See that? It means that you offer the necklaces in the future, people look at you, oh, you're so rare, you're so precious. You're unique, you're special. Okay? That's why in the future, men look at you and say, oh, you're so special. For no reason at all. Okay? Because you play. It's not for no reason, because you offered necklaces to the Buddhas in the past.
I thought offerings were supposed to be given without trying to receive.
No, of course. If you offer and expect to be so special and rare, you will be special and rare, but it will not be as great as when you offer without any attachments. Okay? Any expectations. Much better. Alright? So far, so good? Number 5, jewel parasols. Bảo cái. Bảo cái. Okay? Yes? Jewel parasols. Okay? Banners and canopies, tràng phán, clothes, y phục, okay, y phủ. You have a nice clothes in the future, plenty abundant clothing, fruit and food, ẩm thực, food and drink, not fruit and food. Jeez. Never mind. Okay, food and drinks. Okay, it's not fruit and food. There's some sort of view somewhere here. Number 9, music. Music. Why music? Tại sao âm nhạc? 为什么要供养音乐？ Huh? Advice? A voice? Mm-hmm.
We can get a good voice in this life.
You get a good voice. Hmm? Yeah. So, if you offer music, then in the future, when you become a man, you have a really, really good voice. And you have a woman, yes, you have. My voice is so pretty. Okay? So you have a good voice.
Because when we go to church, we want a good voice.
Yeah, you want a good voice. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Âm thanh sao cái giọng nói mình tốt. Okay? Number 10. Number 10 is very important. People don't realize it. Okay, cái số 10. You join your palms together. That's an offering. Okay? Cung jing. Cung kính. Don't just put your palm together like John. You put your palm together and this symbolizes I respect you. So your mind has to be respectful. Don't put your hand like this and go like this. That doesn't count. Or you put a hand like this. Okay? I see some people put their hands like this as well. Okay? Some people put like this as well. Yeah? Doesn't count. It's you put your hands together, it's being respectful. Okay? I respect your Buddha nature. Cung kính cái Phật tính của người kia. Okay? He may be a tiger. Still, the tiger has a Buddha nature. You're respectful towards the tiger. You're respectful towards a demon coming to hurt you. Cái người, con ma nó hại quý vị. You're still respectful. Okay? Alright? Yes?
Why is that?
Who is that?
You were saying you were to be respectful to a demon that's coming to hurt you.
Yes.
Why would you,
Why would you want to be respectful to a demon who's about to hurt you?
Yeah.
Well, something stupid I do before I die. Why should you be respectful to someone who is coming to hurt you? Accept? Yes? Keep them away? Anna says, maybe if I'm respectful, they stay away from me, will not harm me. No. Wishful thinking, my dear. When they want to harm you, they're going to harm you whether you're respectful or not. It's irrelevant. Yes.
You're grateful for the lesson you'll be learning?
Grateful for the lesson you'll be learning, I don't believe you. Vicky, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out.
Huh? Music refers to pleasant sounds. Okay? You'll be hearing pleasant sounds.
Because some people can't talk when he was born, that they can't talk.
They mute. Yes. Not only that, even regular people. Do you know that people who have a nice and pleasant sound are much more popular, much more easily believed than the people with coarse sounds are not as pleasant sounds. As you speak Dharma more and more, your sound becomes, by the way, better. The sound improves with your talking Dharma. In particular, when you chant these ceremonies, when you come to the temple, chant the ceremonies, your sound gets better, by the way. Your voice becomes better as well. Okay? So, in our world, sound is very important. To have pleasant sound is a blessing. Thế giới này, âm thanh là rất quan trọng. Okay? And maybe someday you become a pop singer. Yeah. Make a lot of money. Yeah.
But the people attract to the voice.
Yes. Good sound. Yeah. Okay. Âm thanh là quan trọng. Yeah. Join palms, why?
Is that also because you respect his nature? Or you shouldn't respect his nature?
You ask me if someone comes and wants to kill you. Chẳng hạn như, ví dụ con người muốn tới giết quý vị. Okay? And you put your palms together. Okay? To me, it's like, might as well do it because you're going to die anyway. She likes that. If they're going to hurt you, might as well do something meaningful before you die. No? Kim Niang doesn't like it. Kim Niang says, should I write it down or shouldn't I write it down? I can't tell when he means it, when he's serious, when he's not serious. Okay? When someone wants to hurt you, okay? Okay. Putting your palms together, okay, is to show respect for the other person. What are you respecting? Are you respecting that person regardless of what their intentions are? You only, because you're ordinary, that's why you're worried about the evil intentions. The sages, they put the palms together and they don't worry about it.
Well, obviously I'm not a sage.
They
say, I still respect you. Go ahead.
And I believe you. When I go to the soul, when I worship like this, I believe in my whole life.
No. Bhante says, I believe in my goodness in all the whole life. I say, when I put my palms together, I say, if you dare come and hurt me, I will become a ghost, I will kill you. That's what I said before I die. If you dare touch me, I will kill you.
that's a new one. I didn't know that one.
I just told myself that. I swear to God, I'll get back at you. Okay? So why would you want to press your palm together? Okay, you press your palm together to show your respect, first of all, for that being. Okay? And you show no fear. You're still dignified. No matter what they do to you, you still are yourself. You're fearless. Okay? Mungsha, yes. Good question. Laurelena asks, what happens, let me restate the question, but that's an important one. It says, when do you become a ghost? Why do you become a ghost, right? What happens? What happened? Why did you become a ghost? Why can't I become a nice girl again? Okay? Pretty girl again. You become a ghost because you are greedy. You have these greedy tendencies. Okay? Greedy for what? You're greedy for food. You're greedy for money. You're greedy for attention. Attention. Any kind of greed, you become a ghost. In particular, if you're greedy for food, you will become a hungry ghost. Yeah. Trust me. You will become a greedy for hungry ghost. I mean, for food, you become a hungry ghost. Why? Because your retribution is that since you eat too much this lifetime, next lifetime you have nothing to eat. That's what I would teach at Jenny Craig.
Wow.
Serious. You don't realize you eat too much this lifetime, you plant the seeds, next lifetime they become a hungry ghost. This is why many of them many hungry ghosts were not Vietnamese. Vietnamese are not, don't have that problem. I'm kidding. Yes. Did you know that?
We have so many stories about that.
Monte has a story.
Oh.
Yes, tell us a story, please.
Pastor also, I think name of Adina Kubba is a very, he don't like to give anything to any person. He always try to collect money and food and everything.
Right.
He doesn't like to give anything.
Right. Stingy, very stingy.
After he went to die, he is so upset because he didn't give anything any person. After that, the Buddha says, he asked from Buddha, when I go to die, who became after die? Buddha said, I don't like to say now. Later I can answer this question.
Yes.
Because Buddha don't like to answer this.
Right. Buddha is very diplomatic. Yes. Yeah. And?
After that, he became hungry ghost.
He became hungry ghost. Because he's too greedy for money.
Yeah.
Right?
Greed.
Yeah. Greed for money. You're too greedy for money. Then you become hungry ghost as well. Okay? So that's the example of someone during the lifetime of the Buddha where he's very greedy for money. He would hoard, would not give away anything, and spend very thrifty. Don't spend money on anything. Don't give away money. And so he came and asked the Buddha, what's going to happen to me what my future life looks like to you. Buddha says, I'd rather not talk to you right now. So, but after that man died, he became a hungry ghost. Okay, a very poor hungry ghost, by the way.
After he died, Buddha explained to devotees that is story. For example, that is story. He became a hungry ghost.
Didn't anyone ask why the Buddha didn't save that guy? Anyway, nghe có chuyện hiểu không? Cái người kia mà suốt đời nó bỏng sẻn về tiền bạc đó. Tiền bạc thì tới hỏi ngài Đức Phật hỏi sau này tương lai con sẽ là đổi làm người làm gì? Phật nói tôi không nói. Sau ông chết rồi thì Phật mới nói là ông đó đỏ xuống làm ngạ quỷ đó. Tham tiền. Okay? Okay, so that's a nature of greed. If you are greedy, okay, you plant the seeds for becoming a hungry ghost. Okay, hungry ghosts are the beings that lack. They crave for food. They crave for money. They can't have it. Okay. And what about next question is what about animals? How do you become a cat? How do you become a dog? Câu hỏi tiếp là làm sao mình thành con súc sanh? By doing stupid things on purpose. Làm súc sanh là bằng cách làm những cái chuyện mà nó ngu si, cố ý làm chuyện ngu si. For example, killing yourself. Ví dụ, tự tử. Killing yourself. You will become an animal. Because you're being stupid. You're completely being stupid. Okay? A case in point. Recently, there is a young man who killed himself. He is a very, very virtuous man, who is very nice man. I don't know anyone who dislikes him yet. Okay? And he got into trouble, he killed himself. And he was going to become an animal. Okay? Until his family intervened and sent him to Pure Land instead. Chẳng như có cái chuyện gần đây có một cái cậu đó rất là người rất là tốt, người sống đạo đức lắm, người rất là tốt. Có lòng từ bi, có lòng rất là rộng lượng. Khiêm tốn. Đều vì quẩn trí mà thành ra tự tử thành là đang đọa xuống làm súc sanh. May gia đình cứu nhưng thôi làm súc sanh. Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
This is going back a little bit to the previous topic.
Yes.
But I was wondering if you could say, does our liking and disliking originate from our desire to survive, or is it the other way around?
Câu hỏi là cái tập khí mà thích với ghét đó, nó từ đâu? Cái đó là tại vì mình cần tìm con đường sinh tồn đó là sao? Where does it come from? What do you like? What do you have to like and dislike so much, Vicky? I mean, you. Why do you have to like and dislike so much? Why? Does it have anything to do with your instinct of self-preservation? Nó có liên quan đến cái sự bảo tồn sinh mạng mình gì không? Does it? Why? It's a good question. Câu hỏi rất là hay. Why do you have to like? Why do you hate someone? Why do you have to like someone so much? Why? Hmm? Makes us feel good.
Yeah. Makes us feel we're in the right.
Makes us feel we're right. Yes, Jay, what else have you got to add?
Yeah. I was just thinking also on a basic level, there's like pleasure and pain, like things that are harmful to our body or that could kill us are usually unpleasant or painful. Things like.
But why do you do it?
I mean, I'm wondering if it's like somebody who's looking at it from an evolutionary perspective would say we, like good food because it promotes our survival.
Never mind. Let me give you an example because I want Laura Elena today to remember this example. Why do you do drugs? Why do people like to do drugs? They know that everyone knows that eventually they hurt themselves, right? Ever seen a drug addict have a good end? You know that, right? Okay. Why do you do that? Why do they do that? Attention? Not quite. Why is that? Habit energy. They want to try and they get stuck. They get addicted. Okay? Be careful. Don't try things. They're not good for you. What else? Greed. What else? Why do you drugs? Why do you use drugs? You know it's not good for you. And yet you're drawn to it. Why is that? Habit energies? Why? What else?
The short-term benefit of feeling good over the long-term.
Because it feels good. Agree? It feels good. The good feeling we like. We don't worry about the future. We only see about this good feeling in front. Okay? What is that good feeling? What is that exactly? You like it. You like the good feeling, right? Comfort, okay? Who likes the good feeling? You like the good feeling, right? That's called ego. Because you like it. You like it. Never mind. I like it, therefore I'm going to do it. And that's the nature of the ego. The ego does things because it likes it. That's the only reason. Is it clear? Kim Yin, are you still awake? Okay. Tại sao mà mình dạy cho con người nghiện xì ke, đòi phi xì ke, thử xong bị nghiện? Tại vì sao? Tại vì chung quy là tại vì cái ngã mình nó thích. Mình chỉ thích thôi. Mình không cần biết. Mình làm vì mình thích. See, I give you this formula. We do it because we like it. That's how the ego functions. Ngã mình nó như vậy đó. Mình thích thì mình làm. So, same token. You like it, therefore you inhale. Okay? Cái vị thích thành cái vị hít hơi vào. Okay? You like it, therefore you destroy. Cái vị thích thành cái vị phá hại. Because it makes you feel good. It's revenge, if you will. Trả thù bằng cách phá hại người ta, nhằm hại người ta. Because you like it, ultimately. It's not about the revenge, it's about you feel, how you feel about it. And that feeling is the driving force of the ego. Cái cảm giác sung, cái cảm thích đó, thích cái thích đó, cái sung sướng đó là cái động cơ của ngã. Ngã nó làm cho nó thích. Yourself, your ego does it, chooses that, makes that choice because your ego likes it. Yes.
Is one more basic than the other, the ego or the feeling? Does the feeling come from the ego or the ego come from the feeling? Yes.
The ego seeks that good feeling. The good feeling pleases the ego. The good feeling that comes from eating food, from inhaling, okay, from, okay, because it pleases the ego. It feels good, that's all it knows. The ego, unlike you, the ego doesn't sit there and say, let me see, this is good, but then in the future I have to pay the price for it. That's not how the ego functions. The ego says, it's good, let's do it. Yeah. Okay? Don't talk reason to me. I like it. So it's the feeling that dictates the ego's choice, influences the choice making of the ego. Okay? So that's why when you see egotistical people, you have to be very careful. Bởi vì những cái người mà bản ngã nó nặng đó, mình phải cẩn thận. The more selfish, the more, and I'm not looking at anyone. I'm closing my eyes.
You're looking my way.
Because you're making some noises. That's why I have to look in your direction. Okay. If you see someone very egotistical, stay away. They're bad company because they eventually will hurt you. Cái người mà bản ngã nó nặng chừng nào thì quý vị phần né họ chừng đấy. Người bản ngã càng ngày nó càng nặng là trong tương lai họ sẽ hại quý vị. The one day when you displease them, that's when they will hurt you. They will not hurt you as long as you please them. But the one day when you displease them, they will hurt you. No mercy. Cái người bản ngã nó càng nặng chừng nào thì quý vị phải né họ. Tại sao? Trong khi quý vị còn làm cho họ vui lòng, thỏa mãn, sung sướng đó, thì họ chấp nhận quý vị. Một khi mà quý vị làm họ phật lòng một cái là họ sẽ hại quý vị ngay lập tức. Né những cái loại người, chạy dài. Okay? Avoid these people. You heard it from me before. You stick around these selfish people, they will hurt you big time. And don't come crying to me. Okay? You see, this is why the especially the women, they get so confused because they say, but he loved me so much. He adored me. He did everything for me. And one day he hurt me. Okay? As long as you please them, it's okay. Same thing, vice versa. She. Be careful. Because a confused person is driven by his or her ego. Be careful. Egotistical people are very, very dangerous. Okay? They may be the most handsome people on earth, but not good company. Okay? I would stick with good people, good-hearted people. They're a lot safer. They will last much longer, much more productive. Is that clear? Be careful. I'm warning you. You see these egotistical people. They may be nice to you for now. But one day, when you offend them, they will destroy you. They're only nice to you because you're useful right now. Okay? Don't have to be afraid. Be prepared that someday will bite you. Because that's how they are driven. By their liking, disliking. They will destroy people they dislike. No rhyme or reason. No reasoning there. There's no logic. It's all sheer liking and dislike. Okay? Question? Yes?
So if somebody is very rational, that's not a mark of the ego? What is that a mark of?
Yeah, it's a mark of the ego. Yes. Yes. But so what?
Not as much as a liking and disliking?
Liking and disliking.
You're saying very egotistical people are just driven by...
Dangerous. They're extremely dangerous. You hang around them, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. Be careful. Because it's the nature of the ego. The ego demands to be the master, demands gratification. The selfish people, okay, they will accept you, they will be with you as long as you please them. As the moment you displease them, that's when they start hurting you. Okay, and one day they wake up and they decide that you hurt them deeply, that's when they destroy you. It's always a mix, you know. My experience has been that they know you're useful, therefore they use you. They will put up with their occasional displeasure, okay? But the moment that the ego decides that they're so displeased, okay? That's when they destroy you. Yes. There's no rhyme or reason. There's nothing. You know, you don't speak reason. Cái không thể nào mà nói suy luận, nói mình suy gẫm mình có lý luận hay là suy đoán là phán xét, không có đâu. Khi mà cái ngã mà nó bị xúc phạm rồi, nó sẽ phá, nó sẽ giết quý vị. And that is, I'm referring to evil people are very egotistical. And you can recognize by the destructive behavior. Cái người mà ác đó, rất là bản ngã rất là lớn. It takes a big ego to be evil. The demons are one of the biggest egos they are. Cái từ ma quỷ đó là cái loại bản ngã của nó lớn không thể tưởng được. Yes?
Or they don't have to destroy you. One day your usefulness is over, they just toss you in the trash.
No, usefulness has nothing to do with it. It's about you displease them.
No, I'm saying your usefulness is over.
No, they will not destroy you. They will not use you anymore. There's no need for them to destroy you. It's when you displease them, that's when they destroy you. Make the distinction. It's not about usefulness. Usefulness is only in the gray zone where it's still workable relationship because, you know, it's to their advantage and all those things. But there's a threshold where you displease them, you cross the threshold of displeasure, they'll destroy you. I don't care who you are. Husband, wives, father, son, no difference. They will destroy you. And that's, those people are evil people. Those are actually demons. They really are demons in human form. Okay? Đó là ma mà đổi cái lóc người. Ác dễ sợ. Cái ác nó chỉ lộ ra khi mà quý vị xúc phạm vào thôi. Okay. Xúc phạm vào cái là cái máu ma nó nổi ra nó giết mình ngay lập tức. Okay. It's okay, he's still safe. He's still safe. As long as you don't offend them. It's workable relationship. All right. Any other questions? No questions? Good. Do a transference and let's go shopping. Thank you all for coming. May these merits and virtues adorn the Buddha's pure land, repaying the 4 kinds of kindness above, the threefold paths below. May those who see and hear all bring forth the Bodhi mind. And when this retribution body is done, be all born in a land of utmost bliss. Nam mô Tá Chư Vấn Chu Sư利Bồ Sát. Nam mô Tá Chư Vấn Chu Sư利Bồ Sát.